I'm Curtis Lochran. I am the owner of CrossFit Above All. We asked some of our ladies to come in and tell us what brought them to CrossFit. But what we got instead were testimonials of empowerment, vulnerability, and inspiration. This is their story.
Well, finding CrossFit was, for me, looking for a place to fit in and to be fit. And so the challenges for me were about body, about weakness, about having arthritis and things like that as you get older.
So the reason that I started coming to CrossFit is I had a series of unfortunate events over the past few years. So I was hit by a car, and then a year later I had to have heart surgery. About a year and a half after that I broke my back. So over time I just was getting really discouraged with my body, and I wanted to find a way to take control of my body back.
When I first found CrossFit, I was at a Globo gym trying to get skinny. My goals then were what I thought was fit, and what I thought would make me feel better about myself was looking a certain way. Before CrossFit, I felt lost. I felt like I had lots of goals, but I didn't know where I was going with them. I had kind of exhausted a lot of different avenues, and I was kind of heading towards some really unhealthy lifestyle choices. I needed a life change.
So when I found CrossFit, I was in a bad place in my life. I had lost the love of my life to cancer. I had a purpose in taking care of him. I had a purpose in university, and all of that ended around the same time.
I moved from Slovenia, so then I was looking for a gym to come to because I just started CrossFit before moving.
I think like a lot of people, I always struggled with weight issues and just kind of how my body looked. And I always just wanted to be skinny, and I always had a hard time kind of committing to fitness. I always knew it was important.
Almost 14 years ago, I was in a horrific motorbike accident. I shattered my hip, and I fractured my femur and tibia and tore 3 ligaments in my knee.
I came to CrossFit Above All about 3 years ago in January of 2014. We were looking for something that was closer to home, and then it became home.
As soon as I walked in the door, I thought, this is crazy. This is a different place.
And one of the first things I noticed actually when I walked through the door was that there weren't mirrors on the wall. And coming from other gyms where I would see myself work out, and I would watch the way that I looked change. Sometimes I was happier, sometimes I wasn't. And so to come into a space where I wasn't looking at myself all the time, and that was a huge shift mentally for me, and that was really cool.
When I was younger, we didn't have these kind of places to go to, and I think sometimes people forget how far women have come.
It was something that I could do for me, which I'd never done anything strictly for me before.
The first day I walked into CrossFit Above All, it was completely different. Like the energy was different, everything was brighter, physically and symbolically. It was just bright, and it was a lot of energy, and it was just a lot of fun.
It's challenging. It's meant to challenge you every day, and it's super supportive as well.
It's not even about what I can accomplish, but it's about what I put in, and it's about how I push myself, and it's about how I show up. CrossFit is about
power,
strength,
challenging,
work,
fun,
growth, transformation,
affirmation,
Success, energy, family,
passion,
motivation,
support,
Balance.
confidence,
community,
community.
the community.
The best part is for sure the community. For sure, by far, the community.
Our community is the best.
The community, for sure.
The interaction between people that are training together, supporting each other.
Seeing how a group of women especially can support each other and uplift each other.
The best part is definitely the people that will cheer you on, whether it's your best day or your worst day. I'm inspired by people in our community every day.
It is community, and we crave it. Everyone craves it. We all come from different walks of life, but we all have one thing in common, which is just supporting each other.
No matter your attitude, your size, like nothing matters except that we're there to say, good lift, nothing else except for positive vibes ever.
Make sure everyone feels welcome. It's cheering people on, whether you're first or last.
The last person gets the most cheers.
As cheesy as this sounds, just come as you are. It just doesn't matter where you're at. Everybody's here to just celebrate you showing up and you putting the work in.
Just the love. Yeah, it's the love.
Back in the day, people went to churches and they had small knit communities where people interacted with each other. If you needed a cup of sugar, you went to your next door neighbor and they had a cup of sugar for you. And we've lost that in our society today. When you come into a CrossFit gym, we tend to build that community back, and as human beings, we need community. It's a part of our spirit, it's a part of who we are. As human beings, we need to have people we can lean on and community support. And so because we're missing that in some parts of our culture in today's day and age, I think CrossFit really fills that.
I think that everyone needs to experience and have people like this. Like, I actually think about it sometimes when I'm watching other people or I know people who don't have confidence or struggle with confidence. Everyone should experience and have a group of people like this.
The positive, supportive energy here it's amazing. It's off the charts. It's just, it's overwhelming sometimes, but it's the best.
It's kind of amazing. These are our friends, our family, people that we hang out with at the box, people that we hang out with outside of the box.
I want to be able to uplift people in all areas of my life. I have a community here that does that to me. I'm so thankful for that I want other people to experience that as well. I would have never been able to do any of the stuff I can do now without the strengthening that CrossFit's given me.
I don't know that people understand that the strength of the body equals the strength of the mind. And from coming here, my mind has been strengthened as much as my body has.
I just realized one day that I surpassed every expectation I thought I could ever have for myself.
I am a different person since starting CrossFit. I'm stronger mentally, physically. I never really had direction of where I wanted to go or where I wanted to be, and since starting CrossFit I have clear goals and I have a supportive team to get me towards those goals.
Know your strength. I think everybody's just incredibly strong, and CrossFit is about learning how to access it.
CrossFit has taught me that it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks about you or how they look at you, it's all about you.
I think it's for anybody.
As we see in our box, there's a huge range of demographics and people from different occupations, walks of life, and I haven't seen one person walk in the doors and not benefit from what's happening here.
It's a place where everybody will encourage you to be the best person you can be and will support you through everything.
Anyone who's looking for a challenge, to grow as a person, to become stronger in any part of their life, mind, your body, your soul.
Anyone who's willing to put their ego aside and grow mentally, physically, spiritually.
If you're just looking for a change, looking to be fit, looking to be a better person, this is the most supportive community that you can join.
Oh my God, yes. Why are we doing this? Oh God.